Tanner has a problem with Brooms. Now, he grew up in this house and they got him as a puppy, so we don't know exactly what happened. It's possible that somebody maybe with a broom kind of swatted at him or swept things away. And for whatever reason now, we'll go ahead and, and he might have, yeah. So let's go ahead and we're gonna kind of, there we go. So let's can you go stand over by your mom with your back to your mom so you get a better angle. But keep it filming at me. Keep it pointing at me. There we go. And kind of sit down right there next to mom. All right, so now we saw as soon as the mop is here, as long as the mop is what we call static, stable, the dog's okay with it. So what we want to do is, first of all, we want to create a positive association. So I have a treat here. I'm just putting the treat in front of it. So you see how he kind of leaned in to get it, and then he kind of backed away a little bit. So I'm going to put another one there. So I want him just approaching it. Every time he approaches it, something good happens. Now I'm going to take the next step and put it on top of the broom. Now, if he won't take it, then what I'm going to do, there we go, Tanner, I'm going to put one right next to it and not on top. So now he's there. Oh, and I might as well, nope. So if he doesn't, we want to take our time. We don't want to force him to do it. We're just going to keep on doing this. And now I'm going to do what's called a jackpot. I'm going to put 2 pieces on top.
Oh, yeah, you're going to go for it.
Did he go for it? There we go. So now he's eating the ones that are on top of it. So every time he approaches the broom, something good happens. And he's noticed he's staying there now. Now, I'm going to ask you to go get the squeegee in the closet, the one that just...
Go get all the ammunitions, yeah? All of them? Brooms?
There's one that had a red...
Yeah, the mop?
Yeah, it looked like a squeegee to me.
We call it a squeegee.
Like the thing that cleans like the windows?
Yeah.
The spongia.
Okay, so he only ate one off of the mop.
She's like, oh.
All right, so now I'm going to turn Tanner around so he's not looking at it. Go ahead and put it right there and just... So now, again, we're going to create a little bit of...
It's on 1819.
I'm going to grab him.
No, I'm grab Mika.
Mika.
Whoops, there you go.
You know what, Ayla? You grab Mika. You grab Mika.
There you go.
Come on, Mama. I have it.
So again, we're going to create a positive association just by dropping treats in front of it, letting him approach it, and then get it.
Okay.
All right, now I'm going to have you help me out. I'm going to have you come around over here, go around the post, this side, and then come back over here. And don't touch it yet. Oh, let's move this. So you see a little bit of movement.
See, every time he barks, she falls. She's so heavy. She's like...
Here, buddy. There you go. All right, so I went through this with my puppy. Now he didn't have the same response, so I'm guessing that somebody might have bumped him a little bit with the broom sometime in the past. And so
Maybe
that's why he has a
Delia
negative
or
association.
Helica.
All right, so we're going to have you hold him, though. Don't let her loose. All right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to increase the distance between Tanner and the broom. Tanner, here, buddy.
And he's going to continue.
All right. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to leave that treat on the floor. And what we're going to do is I'm going to have Tanner, to prevent Tanner from getting too riled up, I have him on the leash. I don't want to let him run around. If I let him run around, he's going to get himself more worked up. So what we're going to do is I want you just to, all I'm going to ask you to do, can you see me?
Come sit here, please.
Or can you see her?
Shishi, can I see you?
I got it.
We're going to let Mom take over. We want to be able to see both.
Yeah.
So can you see them both? Okay. So go ahead and just move the handle of the squeegee.
Stay.
Up and, yeah. Let's hold still real quick.
This.
Yep.
Stay.
Now you notice he's looking at it. Go ahead and move it again. There you go. But I'm letting him eat a treat while it's moving. All right, now go ahead and sweep just an inch or two. There we go. And hold on. Hold still.
Again.
Hold still. Okay, go ahead and sweep it a little bit. And a little bit more. Back and forth, back and forth.
I hate
All right,
how
stop.
Can't stand.
So what I'm doing basically, and you can turn the camera back to me, And this is going to be hard to shoot, so we're not going to do all of this on film. I just want to show you at least the beginning of it. Now what I'm doing is I'm turning him away from it so he's not looking at it. And for dogs, out of sight is out of mind. So what we were doing is I was letting him chew on the treat while he was looking at it.
Stay.
So while he was looking at it, if you see, I can orientate him however I want by moving the treat. So what I want to do is I want to find a distance that he can look at the treat or look at the broom while he stays sitting. Now I start, and I'm holding my treat like this. So these 3 fingers are curled, and I'm holding it underneath his chin so I can turn him around. And I want him looking at the broom. Now, first thing we're going to do is what I showed you earlier in the video, drop the treats around the broom so he gets used to walking up to the broom while it's stationary and gets a reward for doing it. Once you get to the point where he goes over and he'll take treats off of it and he doesn't have any hesitation or he doesn't lean towards it, he's casual, then we can take this next step. So what I would do is maybe have somebody, you can stay there now, but way back against the wall over there, and then have Tanner over here by the front door. So I'm going to hold the treat like this. I'm going to let him start chewing on it. And right now, because we have all the movement, he's not cooperating, he wants to look over there. There we go. So what we want to do is have the distance great enough where he doesn't feel, buddy, let's not do that right now because that's making it worse. So we want to basically have enough distance so he doesn't feel threatened by the broom. And once that's the case and we're let him start chewing on a treat, while he's chewing it, then somebody's going to move the broom just very slowly in very small movements so that he gets used to seeing it, but he's chewing on the treat first. If he stops chewing on the treat, the person with the broom needs to stop and freeze and hold still. So the idea is the only time that the broom moves is when it's at enough distance where he feels comfortable and he's having a positive something delivered to him. And then eventually, after we do this where he's comfortable watching and eating it, where we can move it however we want at that distance, then we're going to either move the broom 1 step closer to Tanner or Tanner 1 step closer to the broom the next time we practice it and keep on practicing at that distance until he's also equally relaxed. Then we're going to keep on collapsing the distance until eventually he can be right next to the broom and he's comfortable with it. The little trick that I did was I actually put these on the ground and I had somebody with the broom over there sweeping treats towards the dog. So the broom moved and it sent a treat across the floor and then the dog gobbled up the treat. Now I pull out the broom, my dog's tail wags, he's like, oh, we're going to get some treats. So this is how we can use counter conditioning to help the dog get over a fear of the broom.